What's going on, everybody? David here. Today, we're going to talk about the next stimulus package. So, the Republicans have indicated, Mitch McConnell indicated that they're going to have a proposal next week that they're going to present to everyone, the Democrats, as well as the other Republicans in the Senate, and then they're going to start their formal negotiations. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. But first off, on this channel, we talk about personal finance for travelers. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. All right, so Mitch McConnell has indicated that, yes, we're going to go ahead and move forward with another stimulus package. So he's predicting at this point that there will be another stimulus package, which is good because before, if you were following before, he did not say there would be another stimulus package. He was just pretty much saying that after the July recess, they're going to come back and then they're going to see if there's a need for another stimulus package. But now he's indicated that there's probably going to be another stimulus package, which we all knew, right? We all knew that there was going to be another stimulus package because we had the White House talking about it. We had other senators talking about it, both on Democrats and Republicans. So we knew that there was going to be something else. But now he's pretty much saying, yes, I'm predicting we'll have another stimulus package. So that's where we're going with it. Now, it's interesting. I was reading Newsweek, and it's interesting how he worded this, and I'm going to read it the way he worded it. So he says, Republicans will likely unveil their proposal for another round of economic relief next week. And he used the word likely. You have to really watch the words that these politicians use, because a lot of times they're kind of putting themselves in a situation where they can back out of it and say, well, I didn't say it was going to actually happen. I said it's likely that it would happen. So it's interesting that he used the word likely. So we'll see. Likely, so it could likely happen next week, or it could likely happen the week after that. But he did say that the plan is for them to get this done in the next 3 weeks, so before the August recess, which is good because people were talking about that. Now, he doesn't have control over everything, so all he has control over is the proposal that he puts forward, and then when they start the formal negotiations, if they can agree on something, then yes, we'll have it before the August recess. If they can't agree on this, then we might not be seeing anything before the August recess. So one good thing is Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, she said that they would forego their August recess just to get things done, so to get a bill passed. So she's prioritizing that, and I think that's a good thing. I wish Mitch McConnell would have prioritized it earlier in July. That way they could have gotten something done, and we wouldn't even be at this point now where it's crunch time pretty much. I mean, you got to get something done. You want to get it done before July 31st. That way it won't really interrupt the enhanced unemployment, but it could potentially go past that. So we'll have to see where it goes with that. But it's good that Nancy Pelosi is saying, you know what? Yes, we're going to forego the August recess and get something done for the American people. And one more thing I want to mention. There's been some talk as far as stimulus checks not being $1,200, being less than $1,200. I think that would be political suicide. But you have to understand, you have some senators right now that don't want another round of stimulus checks. You have some senators that don't want another stimulus package. They don't want to spend any more money. And so they're going to have to negotiate this stimulus check on the Republican side. We're not even talking about the Democrats. We're talking about just the Republican side. So if Mitch McConnell is open to another round of stimulus checks, he's going to have to convince some of the senators, the more conservative senators, that don't want anything else when it comes to another stimulus package or another stimulus check. So we could very well see a stimulus check that's less, the proposal being less than $1,200. I think that would be disastrous for the Republicans because, one, you have the president saying that he wants the next stimulus check to be larger than what the Democrats want. So he's already on record saying that. So if this stimulus check is lower than the $1,200 that the Democrats asked for in the HEROES Act, that's going to be a disaster for the Republicans. It's going to make them really look bad. So the only thing I can think of is they're putting that number out there because they know it'll be higher, and they're trying to have a little bit of leverage when it comes in negotiations. So they can say, well, we want 1,000, and then the Democrats say, well, we're still looking at 1,200, and then they just bring it up to 1,200 or bring it up maybe a little bit higher in negotiations. But I think it would be disastrous if they want to go that route. We'll have to see. We'll have to see next week what they present to the people. But the talk is, if they only want to spend $1 trillion, maybe they're in a situation where they can't go over 1,000 for stimulus checks. So we'll see where they go with that. But like I said, I think it would be disastrous, especially if they're going to drop the annual salary down to $40,000 or less. So if they do that and they make it $1,000 stimulus check, it's going to be crazy. And so we'll see where it goes, but looks like we're going to start the formal negotiations just like they said. We're going to start it next week, and we'll see their proposal. That's what I'm interested to see, what their proposal is, because it looks like they're not going with the HEROES Act. They're going to go ahead and create their own proposal and present it to the American people, and then we'll have to see what they have in their package, and then it's going to have to be negotiated. So the steps are going to be like this. You're going to start with the Senate. So you're going to start with the Republicans in the Senate. They're going to put that proposal out to all the Republicans so they can see it. The Democrats in the Senate will also be able to see it. They're going to hash things out in the Senate. They'll vote on something in the Senate and then send it down to the House of Representatives. And then once you send it over to the House of Representatives, they're going to look at it. They're going to vote on it. If they approve it, then they're going to send it to the president. And at that point, the president can sign it. So those are the steps. Now, if there are any hiccups, if the senators approve a bill and then send it over to the House and the House doesn't like what they see and they start making changes, well, then they'll have to approve it and send it back to the Senate for approval. And then if the Senate approves it, then it will go to the president. So that's what we're looking at. You might also have a situation where the Senate has a bill, they approve it, they send it over to the House, and the House doesn't do anything with it. And they create their own bill and then send it right back. And then now the Senate has to approve a whole different bill. So it could take longer than the 3 weeks because you're going to have back and forth. And now before we didn't have so much partisanship, but now it looks like there's people are kind of getting in their corners now. And with the HEROES Act, that showed right there when the HEROES Act went through, 80% of what the HEROES Act had in it was the CARES Act. So it was the old bill, right? So they could have taken that 20% out if they really wanted to. If it went to the Senate, the Republicans in the Senate could have taken that 20% out and then passed pretty much the same bill as the CARES Act. But they chose not to do that. And so now you have the party leadership kind of going in their corners. And so it's going to be hard to get this next stimulus package out because you're going to have a lot of back and forth. So we'll see where it goes. But I want to know what you guys think. So down below, what do you think about the next proposal? What do you think is going to be in the next proposal? Let us know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And one more thing I want to talk about. I have another channel. I have another YouTube channel. It's called Everything David. I'm starting to put content over there. So you guys want to go over there, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification. You'll get notified. And I'm going to be talking about a variety of different things. I'm going to show you some behind the scenes when it comes to how I do my videos and just what I do on a day-to-day. So check that channel out. If you have any questions or anything like that, like I said, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And remember, it's your money, people. It's your money. Talk to you later.